So I'm in the process of changing the spark plugs on this 2017 Volkswagen Passat. The trickiest part about this is getting these coil pack connectors free. There are, I used some WD-40 and sprayed it in the connector here where the moving latch piece is, and then blew it out with air, and that helped dislodge some of the dirt. There's dirt that builds up around the coils on the outside, and it makes this release tab hard to depress. So what you do is you push in on the connector, push down on the release tab, and then pull up. You can actually see it in the window. You can see it lift up, and what it's actually gripping on, you can see this feature right here on the coil. And so what you have to do is push down on the lever, and it lifts up on this side. And I was contemplating making a tool that would come in from this way and slip under there and lift it up, but I was able to get it to unlatch. And before I put this back on, I'm going to clean this coil up, make sure this dirt is off of here, so the next time there won't be any issue. And I'm also going to put some dielectric grease here on this piece and on the spark plug. I noticed on the spark plug I removed, this one's got 67,000 miles on it. Looks like it's running pretty good, but it has this weird green stuff all around the top, and I think that's some kind of sealer that the factory may have put on. But what I'm going to do is put dielectric grease on the spark plug down in this area here, and so when the boot comes on, it'll seal that way, hopefully. But if anybody knows what this green stuff is, it feels kind of like clay, but it looks like it was some sort of sealer. I'm going to use this dielectric grease here for the insulation, and I'm going to use just a little bit of this anti-seize here on the threads. I didn't have any trouble getting the threads out, but they were dry. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on there just to help that out. And these are the spark plugs I'm using. One thing I always do is compare the spark plug going in with the spark plug I removed. Make sure all the dimensions are proper. Like the height of the ceramic is good. The depth and going into the cylinder looks the same. And the gap. They say not to adjust the gap on this, so I'm not going to mess with the gap. But I am going to put a little bit of dielectric here. And I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize here. Being careful not to get any up there in the business end there. And I'm going to drop it in there. I do one at a time just to make sure nothing falls down in the wrong hole there, like a nut or something. Tighten it by hand and just get a little more with the wrench. Let's see. And I'm going to drop this one back in there. ahead and bolt that one down. Takes a number 10 millimeter socket on this stud. I don't want to tighten it too much. Then I just continue the process, working on the next one here. Now I'm going to move on to cylinder 2 there. And wiggle it out. Well, they like to be down in there. That took some force to work it past all these ridges there. Now I'm going to pull out the spark plug. My spark plug wrench is magnetic, so it's very convenient. Pulls the by Mr. Wrench. And I've also got a locking extension, so none of it will fall out and stay down in there. And you always want to make sure you're loosening it. You don't ever want to try to tighten a spark plug that's already tight. I've seen what happens when that happens. And there's number 2. Looks pretty much like number 1. So I've got the last spark plug in here on number 4. I'm going to push it. I've got some dielectric on it there. I'm going to push it down in there. And install the stud. You don't want those too tight. They're making a ground connection, but you don't want them so tight it's going to crack the housing of the coil pack. So now I'm going to get these started, get all the connectors started if I can. I might have to take the ground wire off to get a little more freedom of movement here. Let's see. I think I can get that one. Okay, they're all kind of started, I think. Good, now I can click them in. And you want to listen for that click. There you go, that high-pitched click that knows it's locked. Now I put the ground wires on there. Tighten these up. click in these covers. Working with old plastics, I tell ya. There you go. So now I can just put the cover back on it. Everything is looking good. I'll fire it up and see, make sure it's going to start. Runs good, I guess. Ran good before, so I was just hoping for the same result. I got my tune-up, I guess you call it, done. Run it. I just wanted to avoid any issue with it down the road.